right, we are live. Hey gang, it's Rob the Realtor. We're looking at another waterfront house today for a client out of state. And we are in Palm City and gonna look at one very similar to the one we looked at last week. So let's take a look around. I'll flip this guy here. And we're on a cul-de-sac at the end of the neighborhood. So no through traffic here. It's a nice quiet spot. It's actually a beautiful neighborhood. A place I actually have never been to, but I'm gonna come back and tour it for sure because it's a gorgeous neighborhood. And like I said, we're at the very end of the neighborhood, so there's gonna be no traffic here. It's nice and quiet, very wooded. And so the house we're looking at has this, this U-shaped driveway, as well as another driveway on the side for parking a boat. No regulations or restrictions as far as boats or trailer parking, which is great for a boater. And we're going to show you the boat ramp in a minute as well, because there's not the ramp, the dock, because there's a big dock here. And that's one of the big attractions for this particular neighborhood, because this is pretty much a really heavy boating area. We're right on the river and about 30 minutes from the Stewart Inlet. So let's take a look. So we're dealing with a 1978. So she's a little older, but she's in great shape. It's a wood frame with brick house, 1 story. And I believe it's a 3-car garage, but we'll find out on the other side. Let's go take a look. The listing agent has already opened it up and turned all the lights on for us, so that's awesome. And so far, everything looks to be in great shape. I love this kind of, I think they call this blonde brick, but it's a really nice look. Looks to be in great shape. Looks like we have all the original windows. So these are not going to be storm impact windows, but they're gutters and shutters. Actually, nope, these are not real shutters. These are the vinyl, just decorative shutters. But I can see that there are storm panel brackets here, so there must be some panels somewhere. That's what these little eye bolts are. You folks out in Texas have no idea what those are, but these are for hurricane winds, protection from the storm. So let's go take a look here. Now, I was told that this is an older home that was owned by a single older lady who has either moved on or passed on. I don't recall which. So it's going to be a little bit older and outdated, but that's not a bad thing at all, because it always gives you a chance to put your own stamp on it. So as we walk in here, hey Sonia, thanks for joining. My honey and I just celebrated our 22nd anniversary yesterday, so pretty exciting news in case I didn't know. So let's take a look around. So when we first walk in, on the left-hand side, we see like a little, I don't know, like a, could be a library room, a family room, den, something like that. And then I can see further back, there's going to be a larger living area back there. But as soon as we walk in, we are greeted with a coat closet, kind of an older school design. And then to the right, we've got the dining room, which is a big dining room. This is nice. And that cool built-in, look at that. Now, I'm a fan of old furniture and love this. This is pretty neat. This is a corner built-in unit. That's pretty cool. Sonia is cringing. She's like, oh my God, we don't want this in our house, but I love this. This is not her style, but certainly mine. Beautiful. And you can tell this is all handmade and hand cut. Look at the woodwork. How they did the double routing edge like that. The countertops look to be in great shape. Lots of storage. Big kitchen. These are not. Let's see. We have a Kenmore and a Maytag and a GE. Over here. So the appliances are a little dated, but I was told that they are all in working condition. Of course, that's one of the things we would verify during an inspection. But it's a nice big kitchen, bigger than it looks in the pictures. So it's a very wide kitchen. And we've got a full-size refrigerator side by side. And off of the kitchen is the garage. And it is not. And we've got something interesting looking next to that, and I have no idea. I'm going to guess there's a generator somewhere, and this allows you to backfeed your generator back into the home. Not uncommon to enclose your water heater, but this one they used some kind of panel thing, so we can't quite get to it to see the date, but that's okay. Again, that's one thing we would determine during a home inspection. So we're back in the house, looking at the rest of the home again. Let's look down for a minute. The flooring looks like they've got some newer wood flooring. This is not real wood. Whoops, my thing collapsed. So this is not real wood. This is again, we've got our single pane doors, single pane windows, cool little awning there. This is a neat house. I like the layout so far. So we've got this outside Florida room area, and then that actually even has another room off of it, a screened patio as well. Check this out. So Now, of course, this area is not air conditioned. We're now on the outside. And check this out. So now we're in a screened patio off the side of the house. Oh, and I can see there's one AC unit there and a water filtration system. We'll go check all that stuff out soon as well. We'll go back in the house first and finish that. But from here in the screened area, I can see we've got a full fenced yard. Some banyan trees, beautiful. And of course, we've got that view along the water and the boat dock. We'll go check that out closely in a few minutes as well. But that dock is apparently rated for 15,000 pounds. The boat lift and the dock are only about a year and a half old. So that is great to hear. And then next to that, we've got this this awning over here covering the back porch. And I'm in a little screened area, which is kind of cool too. So bug free. So let's go back into this little Florida room here. This is probably an add-on to the original home, but you never know. That would be one where you'd want to look at permits, but it's really neat that it's just got a lot of room to wander in this big old house. Actually, let's go outside while we're out there. Let's see this other back porch area. So there's a second back porch, which is screened, oh, I'm sorry, not screened, it's covered. And just a really nice little lanai. Place to hang out here and see this big, beautiful backyard along the waterfront. Looks like you've got several hundred feet of waterfront too, so there is a lot of waterfront. A lot of room to move around. Apparently you're allowed to have up to a 75-foot boat here. So if I were living here, honey, we'd be shopping for a bigger boat. I like it. A lot of room. Oh, let's see what else we got hidden over here while we're out here. I'm seeing a shut off for something. Something's off. And that looks like it's going up for lighting. Okay, so there's exterior lighting. All right. I would imagine there's all kinds of lighting then everywhere around the outside. Let's go back inside and look around some more. We'll finish the inside first. So off this Florida room is another bedroom back here. Now, this is a big L-shaped house, so we're kind of in the short part of the L now. I know I kind of took a weird roundabout way to it, but I'm thinking this is going to be the master bedroom, which connects to this Florida room, as well as there's probably another hallway around there. We'll come back around and see it. But so we're in the master bedroom, and she needs a little love. I see some paint issues, little peely here and there, but this is probably all very old paint. That's easy stuff. If you're shopping for a home, don't get hung up on paint. Don't get hung up on little details like that, because that's all just little aesthetic stuff that's easy to fix. From a negotiation standpoint, it's good to act like you're hung up on it. And you can say, oh man, I got to repaint every wall, and oh, the paint and everything is in terrible condition. Beat them down a little bit on price. That's always nice. But just don't get really hung up on paint and little things like dirt and stuff, because that's really easy to fix and gives you a chance to make it your own. So off the master bath, we've got master bedroom, we've got a master bath with a shower, standard single stall shower, and come back around and to here. Looks like we've got some lights. All right, so we've only got one sink. Sorry, hang on, folks. My camera's acting up. All right, there we go. All right, hey everybody. All right, so we've got a sink and a little vanity. It's kind of a cool floating effect. Okay, let me see if I can tilt the camera down. Work with me here. That's kind of a cool effect. And all that is the ledge that holds the vanity up is really recessed underneath there. Whereas normally it's about 3 inches away from the edge of the counter. Here they put it way back. You can see it there. And it kind of gives the effect when you walk by it, kind of that floating look. So that's a pretty cool effect. And of course you put some lights under it and it looks really nice. Great for indirect lighting when you're walking around at night. Don't want to turn all the lights on. So here we've got a little view of the side yard. And let's keep on going. So the master bedroom looks to be pretty good size. I'm going to say it's probably 14 by 16 or more. Pretty good. And again, it leads out to that patio off the main part of the house as well. There's also another entrance into the master bedroom that leads down the hall to some bedrooms we'll go check out. But let's stop and look at the master closet first. Master closet isn't that bad either. Nice. Plenty of room. This is probably 8 by, I don't know, maybe 10 feet long by about 6 feet deep. So it's a pretty big closet. And there's also attic access in here as well. And it is air conditioned, so that's always nice to see. Nice to see that they take the extra effort to put ventilation in your closet. If you haven't thought about that, in Florida, your closets can get really moldy and nasty, so you always want to look for that. Air conditioning will prevent that. So off the master and off of that patio as well is the laundry room. We've got a big laundry closet there, sinks and storage side by side. The appliances apparently only 3 years old, so he thinks they're 3 years old. We would confirm that, of course, during the inspection. But the appliances do convey, so they are part of the deal. Further down the hall, oh, actually back in the main hall, look at this. They added some little wainscoting and some, whoa, my camera's spinning all over the place. So that's kind of neat how they added a little decoration. And I've seen this all throughout the house so far, this wood wainscot around everywhere. So that's kind of a nice little extra touch of detail. Just shows that somebody put a little extra effort in when they built the place. Here we are in bedroom 2, and it's a good sized bedroom as well. Kind of dark, and there's no light in this room. There's an overhead fan, but it does not have a light kit. So this room is a little dark, but it does also have shutters over the outside. You can see, let me spin it around here. There you go. So you can see there's a big shutter, metal shutter thing hanging down right there as well. So it's blocking a lot of your light. So it looks like a dark room. It's probably not once you open the shutters and get that out of the way. Standard bifold closet. And this is nice. These are solid wood doors, not your standard hollow core old school doors. These are pretty solid. This is, of course, this is built in '78, so they didn't use a lot of the cheap pressboard stuff. So this home is probably really solidly built. Right down to the good solid doors. All right, go down a little bit more, and we've got probably the main bathroom that feeds the 3 bedrooms. It's got a really nice sink. Again, this is all kind of older stuff, but it's all in great condition. Just a little paint, and you'd be back in action. Got another skylight, and they've done some neat things with these skylights. They're all indirect skylights, meaning they're not just an open portal to the roof. They've got little coverings over them, so you get a little diffused. Whoa, my thing is falling apart here. Sorry, my camera's having a fit today. All right, let me try it again. There's your little diffuser light. Goes up to the skylight. So it's kind of cool that it's not just your regular straight up to the roof kind of light. So it's a nice bathroom. Big bathroom. And lots of storage in here as well. And down the hall we get, I believe, our last bedroom. This is bedroom 3. And this is an even bigger bedroom than the other one. And it has a walk-in closet instead of a bifold door. Yep, nice. Somebody put a little built-in there. They've done a nice job. Looks like the carpet's not in terrible condition. I would definitely recommend to steam clean it. Maybe replace it. It's not the worst I've seen for sure. Definitely salvageable. All right, and back down the hall, and we're back to the beginning of the house here. We're back at the main entry. So, just to reorient us here, to the right we've got the main entry door. To the right of that is our little Study, nook, family room, whatever you want to call it. To the left, we've got the main living area. This thing is going nuts today. So this is the main living room. And off of there is, of course, that cool outdoor patio Florida room. And then back to the left is where all the bedrooms were. Bedroom 1 to the left, bedroom 2 was to the right and then left, and then the master was at the end of that hall. Also around the corner was the laundry room and the other bathroom. So a lot of stuff to see in this house. A nice big house, very roomy, very bright, lots of doors and windows. It's pretty neat. But let's go outside and take a look at the dock, and let's look at some structure stuff as well, because that's going to be real important to us. Speaking of structure, I can see that they use some big honking beams here. These are big 6x6 beams, not just your regular cheesy 4x4s by any means. So I love overkill in construction. So this house sits about 11 feet above the water line, which is great. And apparently none of the homes here require flood insurance, which is rare on the river. So I guess it's just because they built them all so high up. Again, this is brick over frame. So that's very nice. Good solid building. And we've got a big side yard over here with some old oak trees. Nice established trees. Very well done yard. And here's our second air conditioning unit. I suspected there were 2 of them, and here's a smaller one. This is probably going to feed the master bedroom and maybe one of Got a little side fence here, utility box. It's a big yard. Bunny Berman, there's a blast from the past. Welcome, Bunny. We got a little storage shed over there. And the roof looks to be in great shape. It is a shingle roof, excuse me, but it's in great shape. Of course, in Florida, we have a lot of tile roofs. They do last a lot longer and they're a bit more durable during the storms, but this one does look to be in great shape. Not sure about the year, but we'll find that out for sure looking at some permits. So let's go down and look at the dock. Again, we've got this giant yard, huge yard with a lot of riverfront. Really cute little fence all the way down. They did a beautiful job here, making this really feel just, it's very, very nice. I just can't get over it. It's a great spot. I really like it. Love these trees. The grass is lush. Yard's in great condition. Leads down to this really nice looking deck. Looks like somebody's just recently pressure washed it, so it's in good shape. And it's topped with Trex, so that's nice to see. If you're not familiar with it, Trex is this PVC type material. And you can tell it's not real wood because it's got little grains in here. It looks like, well, it's plastic basically, but it's made of PVC. Now below that is real wood, so it's just used as a cap here. And below that is the real wood. And anytime you see this, you can tell the difference immediately by looking at the end of it. See, it looks real grainy there versus real wood grain, which has kind of a curve to it. That's these down here. So this is real wood, and up here is the fake wood. You can't really tell all the time by looking at the top of it because they put this grain into it so it looks like real wood from the top. So sometimes, unless you know what you're looking for, you really can't tell that it's real wood or fake wood. But in this case, we can tell it's fake wood just by looking at the end of it. Whoa, my thing collapsed again. All right, we're gonna stop. Hang on one second, folks. My little gimbal thing is having a fit. So we're gonna, wait, we're going off gimbal here. So, all right, let's keep looking around. I think it'll be a little more stable now. So walking down into here to the dock, we've got a little gate. Imagine that's to keep the dogs in. Let's see. There we go. Oh, we've got some big fish jumping too. Right off the dock. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Something big jumping right there. Look at that. Something's jumping there. It's like Wild Kingdom. Oh, focus. Focus. All right, well, we missed it. Sorry. Sorry, guys. That was pretty cool. Something jumping around. That was pretty neat. Hey, Marissa. Thanks for joining. So this is your view from the dock. And if we spin it around slowly, this is a really wide canal. We can see down the other side. So we're only about 30 minutes from the inlet. And they did a great job building this section, because if you look over here on the side, they've put rocks along the edge of the seawall. That breaks up the waves when boats come blasting by here. Although this is a no-wake zone, so it's a little overkill. Again, overkill is never a bad thing in construction. So we've got rocks to break up the waves, and behind that we've got this rigid metal wall that's actually backfilled with concrete. And the way it's made like that, where it goes out and in and out, that also helps to break up the waves as well. It breaks up the motion. So really really kind of diffuses a lot of the wave power, so you're not getting washed out and beat up so much. And of course above that is the actual dock, so that's really nice. And then all the way along the side, they've also got this netting, which I'm gonna bet is over some concrete bags or something under that. So they've done a great job with this seawall and building up this berm. They've done a really nice job. So you've got rocks, you've got the netting to hold the dirt in place underneath it. You've got the actual seawall itself there, the vertical piece, and it's just a really, really nicely built dock. All of these poles are new. This thing's about 60 feet long. So if you had a big old boat here, plenty of room to park your big boat right along the dock, and your little boat hanging on the dock, or hanging on the lift actually. Oh, look right there, there's a stingray. See if you guys can see it. That's a stingray in the water there. Pretty cool. All right, let's come back around. That's neat. Come back around, and we're gonna look at the boat lift now. This lift is a 15,000 pound lift, and it is a big honking lift for a big old boat. So you can do a lot with it. Again, the deck and the dock, the deck, the lift, it's all only about 1.5 years old. So this is really nice. And if you look at these beams here that hold this thing up, this is a big Mac Daddy mega lift. This is pretty serious stuff. Oh, I have stand corrected. It is a 20,000 pound lift, not a 15,000. Big old mamma jamma. So you could put a big boat here. Lot of room for a big boat. Looks like both the motors are really sturdy. Man, that's a really well built lift. Got some massive poles. And yeah, this is the kind of boat or lift you want to put your boat on during a storm. So it's really nice. It looks to be about 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 of those pilings along the deck length here. Again, this thing looks to be about, I'm going to guess, about 60 feet long. So that is a lot of decking, a lot of space to move around, and a lot of room to put a big old boat. Now the channel is dredged about every 5 years by the community. And if you live on the water, you'll know that you do need to dredge it every now and then as the water flows through. It brings in silt and muck and stuff, and it will kind of clog up the canal after a while. But it's done here by the county about every 5 years. And this was recently done about 1.5 years ago. So that's nice. Head up these stairs and look at that. They even put tread steps along the steps here so you don't slip. So they definitely did not skimp a lot here. They did a nice job. let's go back around the outside of the house all the way around. We're gonna go back and look at the other AC unit. But overall, this is a great house in need of some cosmetic restoration, but structurally, it looks to be in fantastic condition. Again, you'd always want to get a home inspection to verify that and find any other issues that there might be lurking. Let's go see what we got over here. We've got a 6-zone sprinkler system. These are your zones, each one of these, and they're all controlled by your sprinkler system box. And does not look like these are, oh yeah, they are wired up. Okay. They all go into this Rainbird box here, the controller box. So you got 6-zone AC. Seeing a lot of different outlets and things plugged in. We've got a water softener, a big, I'm gonna guess probably a 3,500 pound unit here. But the sticker on this one is kind of faded, so you can't tell at all what's going on here. No idea. So no telling what year or size or anything. We do have a well. And we're going to find out if this home is on well for the main water or if that's just for sprinkler system. Being on well water is not necessarily a terrible thing. Don't listen to my wife about that because it's really not that bad and it's surprisingly easy to maintain. Now this is the salt box that's supposed to maintain salt and it's completely empty, which is not good. You're never supposed to let that get completely empty, so that's not good. From a maintenance standpoint, they need to stay on that. Oh, it does say please close the gate, so we're going to do just that. So we can look around the rest of the house here along the edges. What we're looking for are any major cracks or anything that might look alarming from a structural standpoint. And I'm not seeing anything that makes me concerned yet. Everything looks pretty good so far. Again, I'm not a licensed home inspector, and your realtor should never double as your inspector. In fact, in the state of Florida, your realtor is not allowed to be your inspector. You should also always get an independent inspection done. I can see that on this roof there's a ridge vent. That's that little piece along there. That's good. It helps ventilate the attic, keeping it cooler. And we're on the secondary driveway. This is a long driveway with a lot of room to park a big trailer, easily get in and out. Park your trailer right up to the side there. You could even knock out a little bit of that fence if you needed to and go further back. So there's a lot of room on this lot to do stuff. From what the listing agent told me, you can also get permits to build a guest house here fairly easily, and as long as you meet setback requirements. So a lot of options with this particular home. Oh, right here I could see this is going to be our septic. So that means somewhere over here is probably our drain field. I'm going to guess it's over there. Florida does require that your septic drain field and the septic tank itself be at least 75 feet away from your wellhead. So it's going to be somewhere near here, and the wellhead's probably on the other side of the yard. So let's... Dougie, thanks for joining. Auntie's there. And Dan Marshall. How are you, Dan? Good to see you join us. So let's walk down a little bit around the edge here of this yard. So what's interesting is this house has a driveway that runs across the front of it. That's a permanent easement across this property to feed access to the other homes back there. So although this driveway is actually part of the land of the home that we're looking at today, it's a permanent easement for these other adjoining lots. Not necessarily a bad thing or a good thing, just one of those things you want to know, so that from a maintenance standpoint, in fact, you can see the difference here. This driveway which is the easement section, has not been maintained. And you can see where it stops at the main road that is being maintained by the community and the county. So really the only issues with an easement is for these folks that live along this road. If they get tired of it being all beat up and nasty, they're probably going to have to be the ones to come up with the money to repave this, even though the land itself actually belongs to these guys. They're using it just kind of, they've got easement rights. So they would have to rebuild this on their own dime. So we'll take a tour of the neighborhood next. I'll drive you around, and I think that's everything I can show you as far as the house, the lot, the dock, the lift, the layout, and everything else. We didn't go up in the attic, but we can look at the roof here. I'll get you stats on the roof age and details on that later. And Brian, you know anything about the age of the roof? Do you know about the age of the roof? The roof itself?
I can't hear you. I'm a little deaf.
What's the age of the roof? Do you know?
2012.
2012.
I'm not sure if
okay.
the flat roof was done then, but the shingle roof was.
Okay.
That back room is on a flat roof.
Gotcha. Okay. Looks to be in good shape. Okay.
Drain field is right up in the front yard here.
Yeah. Okay, right there. Perfect. Yeah, I saw the septic there as well. Perfect. Good deal. Hey guys, thanks for joining me. I'm going to do a drive-through for the buyer, but I appreciate everybody coming out to join me. And if you have any other questions or want to see any other properties, give me a call anytime. Of course, you can always find me at floridahomesales.com, or you guys know my number, 561-213-9494. Give me a call. Take care, everybody. Have a good weekend. Bye.